Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Right, we're doing the Q&A video that I promised like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I'm going to try and get all these questions answered. My daughter's better now, she's back at school, no more chicken pox, so I can crack on. Right, first up, as you can see, old school pen and paper to do this. I don't have loads of devices and cameras and editors and people to help me. So yeah, I'm going to read off a bit of paper. Right, first up, Brian Tads, thank you very much for this question. He's talking about Tren, lovely jubbly. Right, he said, what happened to my sex drive on Tren? Was I more perverted or sexual in nature? And then he was saying he's heard wild stories of people on Tren, and has there been any wild stories? Right, so yeah, it did make me more perverted, I guess. It made me more horny and sexual, definitely. Yeah, I've done Tren years ago, smaller doses, years and years ago. I can't remember now, 7-8 years ago when I did it, and the first time, and I was newly single, out of a relationship, out of my marriage. So yeah, I got on the dating apps and I went wandering, and yes, I was rather perverted and had quite a bit of fun for a few months. So that was good at the time. But yeah, this time taking it, again, I only did a small dose of it. I think I did 50 milligrams for a few weeks and then up to 100 milligrams for a couple of weeks, just weekly, that dosage. And then I had to stop because I just felt awful on it, felt dreadful. But yeah, yeah, I was horny all the time. And luckily my beautiful girlfriend was around very regular. So yeah, lots of fun was had. Have I stories of people on Tren on high doses? I've heard of, when I was doing strongman competition and stuff, I have heard of other competitors taking lots of Tren and apparently happily married and go off with men and have fun with men. So yeah, that's probably as wild as it gets, as far as I know, from the past and stories of people on Tren. So I hope that answers the question, Brian. Thank you for that. Right, question number 2. New biceps 65. Because of my size, do you feel others feel intimidated? Yeah, I guess so. I even when I was young, going to clubs and pubs and stuff, I feel like women were quite intimidated by me because yeah, I'm a big boy. Again, I guess some men do feel intimidated by me, but it's not. I haven't really experienced it much. Obviously, again, when I was younger, people would try and fight me because of my size, which would be quite funny. But yeah, I don't really notice it, and I don't, to be honest, I try and keep myself to myself now. I train at home. You know, the only places I really go are to Lidl, to the shops, to pick my kids up from school, and to my girlfriend's house. So I don't really interact with many people anymore. So I don't really notice it anymore. Am I asked to help a lot with moving objects and removals and stuff? Again, not so much anymore, but I used to be when I was younger. I used to do removals as a living. So yeah, friends, family would ask me, they'd be like, oh, can you come and help me move this sofa? It'd be like you going to the gym. It'd be a workout for you. So yeah, I used to get a lot of that. Most recent one was probably a year or two ago, walking back to my car from dropping my kids off at school, and an old fella come out of his house and went, oh, you look big and strong. Can you help me lift this plant pot? I'll try and help. I said, it's all right. Walked over and just picked it up and plonked it onto the little platform he had, and he was like, "Oh my God, that's incredible! Thank you very much." So it has happened occasionally still. Hope that answers your question. New biceps 65. Thank you very much. Right, next one. Muscle how? How big are my arms and chest? My arms currently are around 18.5 inches. Pumped just over 19. Chest, I have no idea. So I'll finish answering your question. I'm going to go and get a measuring tape, have a look, and let you know. When is my next bodybuilding show? I have no idea yet. I'm just going to have a little break, trying to get my body back to normal at the moment. Coming off all the PEDs and everything, and just trying to feel normal again, which is taking a very long time. So I haven't got anything planned at the moment, but who knows, potentially next year, or never again. I just don't know yet. I don't know how I feel with it all. I might try some masters bodybuilding when I'm 40, I'm 38 in a couple of weeks, so another couple of years. But I'm unsure on that. I have been looking at different federations to join, so potentially next year, sort of back end of next year. Who's my favourite bodybuilder? Again, tough one. I grew up with watching Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, so he was a massive sort of influence when I was young. So I would say Arnold Schwarzenegger is my favourite, I would say. Well, I'm going to pause, measure my chest, and then I'll let you know, Muscle How. Give me a second. Ooh. Right, I'm back. Measured the chest, Muscle How, and it was just over 51 inches. But I just done it around the t-shirt, so I'm going to knock an inch or two off, so about 50 inches my chest. So hopefully that answers your questions, Muscle How. Thank you. Right, I got Boo Jammy. Hello. How did I deal with horniness from the PEDs? I kind of answered it before, but yeah, just lucky enough to have a wonderful girlfriend in my life who enjoys me and my body. She'll probably cringing when she watches this, but yeah, she's brilliant and helped with that as I'm rubbing my hands. But yeah, basically that. She was always there, so yeah, she helped me through all that. Thank you, darling. Right, hopefully that answers your question, Boo Jammy. Right, next one. Bastard Dator 6229. Right. You lost your motivation for training. What motivates me? Oh, this is a difficult one. What motivates me now? Obviously younger, just wanted to be big and strong. Strongest man in the world, you know. Just be big. That's what motivated me, and I just loved lifting weights and making gains and competing and stuff. So I think that's still there for me, but I think it's just I kind of addicted. It's an addiction, really. It's something I've done for 24 years. I just thoroughly enjoy it. Obviously, I have times that I'm not motivated and I can't get out and train, or it's just not happening. But it's discipline at the end of the day. I don't think it's really motivation, to be honest, anymore. It's just being disciplined with training, with getting out there and pushing my body and trying to make the gains and trying to keep strong and healthy, really. So I think ultimately it's discipline, not motivation at all anymore. It's just being disciplined. Hopefully that answers your question. Bastard Dator 6229. Right. Next question. J Nolette 1030. Hadi or Samson? Samson all day long. Obviously Hadi was a 212 competitor. So he's I don't really follow that category. So I didn't really know much about Hadi. Obviously, he's been Mr. Olympia. But Samson, because he's not originally from Britain, but he resides in Britain now, and competes for Britain and England. So Samson, he's, I don't know, 6 foot, I think, or just under, and he's just built brilliantly. He's nearly aesthetic, he's just got a good build to him. I just like his frame and that. So yeah, I'm going with Samson there. Right, we've got Ricky Cohen, 585. Would you consider a training partner? Yes, I would love a training partner. Someone to sort of keep me accountable and push me, someone to spot me, someone to help me load the weights on the bar, and that would be lovely. Someone to spot me. But yeah, it's just difficult because I train sort of in the day. Most friends and stuff are working, and most of my friends and people I know train and stuff don't want to train out in the cold. So yeah, it's just difficult for me to get a training partner. But I would consider it, definitely. I would love a training partner. Would I consider coaching others? I do coach others. I offer online coaching and personal training one-on-one. So Ricky Cohen, yeah, if you want to check out Full of Strength on Instagram, Facebook, X, Twitter, you can message me there. And yeah, I do online coaching. What's the other question? Favourite choices of foods to gain muscle? Beef, steak, 100%, and turkey steak. That done me well for this bodybuilding prep. I've literally only ever eaten turkey at Christmas, years and years ago, until my coach for my bodybuilding show got me eating turkey steak and turkey mince, and I absolutely love it. And I feel like that's contributed to, gaining muscle. So turkey steak and beef steak, sirloin and ribeye are go-to ones for me. Hopefully that answers your question, Ricky. Right, we've got Selector Johnson. Who's my favourite Olympia winner? Again, recent times, obviously, most recent, Samson winning it, which was a bit of a surprise because, Derek come in as a favourite and a Haddy, so he broke through and won. So Samson's definitely one of my favourites. And obviously C-Bum, Chris Bumstead is a fantastic winner and a favourite of mine. He's just got a fantastic looking body that a lot of men aspire to get. So yeah, I would say Samson and C-Bum for that one. Selector Johnson, thank you. Right, next one. Timely Wafer. What would your advice be to someone thinking of starting steroids? Are they worth the risk? My advice would be don't take them at all, especially before the age of 25, because the brain isn't developed until then anyway, and you probably haven't made all the natural gains you can. So yeah, not until after 25 and you've done 10 years of natural training, then consider it. But I would still go against that until you're probably in your 40s, when your natural testosterone starts to dip. Not everyone will at that time. Diet and exercise and where you live and sunlight and everything plays a part in testosterone. So yeah, I mean, the only time I'd advise it is if you feel like crap constantly, you're down and out, depressed, joints hurt, you're tired, you can't get out of bed, you can't get an erection, you can't make love to your wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, then go down, see the doctor, get some advice, and then hopefully get put on TRT to help with testosterone. That's the only time I sort of would recommend it, is if you're really struggling day to day with life, then consider TRT. Otherwise, it's not worth it. I don't think they're worth the risk. I mean, obviously I've been on and off PEDs for 12 years. I've had big breaks in between that. Obviously I'm off completely everything now for quite a few months now. Couple of months, but if you want to be the world's strongest man, you want to be the strongest powerlifter in history, you want to be Mr. Olympia, then you might want to consider it. I'm not saying it's necessary. Some people have phenomenal genetics and can be very strong. There's plenty of world's strongest man competitors that are natural. Same with powerlifting and bodybuilding, I'm sure. But not everyone's genetically gifted, and PEDs might help you achieve them goals. But again, I would recommend researching the hell out of it. Spend as much time as possible researching, reading studies, talking to people, getting on them forums and chatting and finding out as much information as possible about all the different stuff, the side effects and everything, before you even consider taking anything at all. So yeah, that's my advice on that. Timely wafer. Right, a few more questions to go. Right, we got John H204. You think it's better to build muscle first or lose fat first with a high percentage body fat? And how would it reflect in diet? I mean, if you're obese, whatever, 35% body fat, and you're going to the gym and you're training hard, but your diet's crap, just sort out the diet. You know, bring the calories down, take the fats out, some carbs. You know, have carbs before and after training. Don't eat carbs or fats and stuff. A few fats sort of later in the evening, but not like a couple of eggs in the evening or a bit of steak and eggs, you know. But if you're training, I would carry on training, and you're still going to build muscle whilst you lose fat. That's exactly what I did. I did 6 months of losing fat while still building muscle, because I was training hard. I was doing the cardio. Cardio will help with fat loss. I do recommend fasted cardio in the morning, and that really helped me. So yeah, if you're not training, then if you're not weight training or anything like that, then I would recommend maybe losing a bit of weight first and then start training, just to make it easier on your joints, make it easier on your body. So maybe you could do a month of, you know, start walking more after meals, obviously cutting out food, bring the calories down, drop a bit of weight first, then start hitting the gym, and it'll be a bit easier for you. But yeah, if you still want to build the muscle, so yeah, I would just go to the gym and then bring the calories down, get the cardio in. You're going to build muscle and burn fat at the same time. How would it reflect in diet? Yeah, so start the morning with you know, high protein meal, some fats, steak and eggs, my go-to. Get a walk in, 10, 15, 20 minute walk, brisk, and then you know, come back, have some rice, turkey, chicken, train, you know, do your training, have a protein shake after training straight away, and then half an hour later have another, you know, potatoes, fish, you know, rice, steak, pasta, fish, tuna, meat, whatever, you know. And then in the evening, you just got to avoid the snacking, the late snacking, the biscuits, the crisps, the chocolate, the sweets, you know, bread, that sort of thing. I mean, sourdough isn't too bad, but again, I'd have that in and around training before and after. So yeah, just again in the evenings, you just want your meats really. So yeah, that's how I would go about it. And like I said, yeah, the fasted cardio in the morning. If you can get up, have a black coffee, avoid the milk, dairy and that, calories, have the black coffee and get on the bike, get out and walk for half an hour. You know, that would really help start the process of burning fat. So I hope I've helped you a little bit there, John. Right, next one. Gary Martin 5672. How many times per week do I train each muscle group? When I was bodybuilding, everything twice a week. I mean, I suppose I'm still bodybuilding now, but when I was in prep for a show, I ramped it up and it was twice a week. 6 days a week I was training, everything twice a week. Abs was every day, and calves were 3 times a week as well. Now I think I've dropped back a little bit. So I think it's legs. Yeah, I do legs twice a week, shoulders twice a week, chest twice a week. Currently. So yeah. So back I don't do twice a week at the moment, or arms or anything. That's just hit once a week. So yeah, at the moment that's what I'm doing. But it'd be nice to get back to twice a week. But where I'm not on any PDs and I'm finding it quite hard at the moment just doing the one session. My body's destroyed, so I think I'm probably going to go back to sort of legs. I can cope twice a week; they can handle that, but everything else will be just once a week. I think I'm just not recovering as well as I used to, getting older. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Gary. Right, I've got another one. Coco TE1OP Telop. Coco Telop, maybe that's it. Right, how do you get peaks on biceps as a natural? I think that's genetics. I personally think that's genetics. When you have freaky biceps like that, depends on the muscle belly, depends where it's what's the word? Not situated, the way it's attached. It's you got people have different shaped muscles, and so I feel like it's just down to genetics, unfortunately, with the way your muscles are. Obviously you can train them, you can train your biceps hard, do all the different exercises, barbell curls, EZ curls, dumbbell curls, single arm preacher curls and dumbbells, and you can put in a fancy twist, hammer curls, hold them differently. All that will help towards building the bicep, but I'm pretty sure it's genetics that defines sort of the shape of the muscle, really. Hope that answers it, Coco. Right, another one from Bastardator 6229. My opinion on bodyweight exercises. Yeah, I think they have a place, especially when you're older, when you're a geriatric. So I think they have their place. I think they're very good for warm-ups, getting the body warm for a workout, even finishing a workout with some body weight exercises is good. And then even just during, because even when I was bodybuilding, I was doing press-ups in some of my sessions, and body weight squats and body weight calf raises and stuff. I do them with my kids up and down my stairs. We go up each step and do reps with calf raises, body weight, and then come down the stairs doing squats on each step. So I think they have a place, and they work well. I think they're a good warm-up tool, and a warm-down tool, and they can be utilised in training. So yeah, I think they're good. They're a good exercise to do. Hopefully that answers your question. Right, we've got one more here. Joshua Banham, 2566. What's my height? Nice easy one to finish. I am 5'11". Never quite reached 6 foot, which is unfortunate. But yeah, 5'11". Right, that is all the questions. Very basic. But thank you to everyone that has given me some questions to answer. I hope I've answered them to your satisfaction. And I wouldn't mind doing another one of these. I quite enjoyed it, and hopefully you all enjoy it. I could potentially do a live Q&A at some point. But yeah, that was good, and yeah, I'm looking forward to do another one. But yeah, that's the end of that. Hope everyone is well and you stay strong, and I'll catch you soon.